Can I take my hood off? No, I cannot. It's not cut off my head till I got like at least a mini fro. That's the next time it's coming off my head. Show me the camera. Somebody told me I should start doing my intros, but I should I do it though? Should I just come and be like, do I like aura form? Should I like stand on the side? Be like, should I be like, just be like, I'd be like, oh no, I'm doing it so wrong. This is bad. This is bad. Hold on. This is so bad. This is so bad. Should I be like, oh hi, good to see you there. like, oh hi, good to see you there. Just like, be like, on some Piccolo, you know, pretend like I don't see the camera. You know how Piccolo is. Anybody that knows who Piccolo is, if you know Piccolo, do you know Piccolo? School mornings. Let's see. Let me think about my school mornings. Let's see. My school mornings consist of, well, when I was in school, my school mornings consisted of, let's see, I want to say since, yeah, I have a terrible sleeping schedule. Like it's always been terrible. It's always been bad. Like, and I want to say it started when I was in, oh my god, it might have started in middle school for real. Like I would literally stay up to like 2, 3 in the morning, sometimes 4, and I'll sleep for like I have to wake up at 6. If I don't wake up at 6, I'm not getting up. But I always got up until, because I rarely showed up to school late. Like my mom wanted me to have perfect attendance because she wanted me to leave school with some award. She wanted me to come home with something. It's like I feel like if I applied myself, I could have got A, B on the road, but I just didn't care. I really didn't care. I really did not care at all. I'm gonna be so fair. I did not care. I just didn't. She was like, gotta go home with some award. Gotta get something. Man. But yeah, like I said, sometimes I'll be up to like 3, 4. So I get 3 hours of sleep max. Like I was never going to sleep before 1 a.m. And then if I wake up at 6, if I didn't wake up at 6, I'm waking up at 6:30. Then wake up at 6:30, had to be 6:45. Because any later, it's just like it like I take forever to get ready. Like, so I did miss a bus about 3 handfuls of times. About 3 handfuls. Sometimes I got out there, the bus was pulling off. Sometimes I started running, bus didn't see me. Oh man, that was the worst, because I just be hoping they see like a small figure just sprinting towards the bus. Oh my god. Because that long walk back, just for me to still have to go to school anyways. Oh my god. Just for me to still have to go to school anyways. Man. Man.
You know, I said I was done with school videos, but you know, I can never be done with school videos, man. Because today's topic is school morning. Now look, I'm gonna tell y'all an interesting story about my past. As y'all know, I graduated high school 2 years ago. I'm 19. Yes, I'm actually 19, even though I look like I'm 25. And for the majority tenure of my school mornings, I absolutely hated it.
25. Yo, he got the facial hair though. Like the only reason I look my age is because of my facial hair. Like if I had If I had a little baby face, okay, I do have a baby. I got the face hair, but that's all that matters. How old do I look? I look about 23, 24. And then I take my hood off. You got that like 5 years. It's just like, ugh. I should. That shouldn't be possible. Like, bro, I don't understand why I look older with short hair. Like, how do I look older if my hair is short? That doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. Like, I look at least 28 years old with my hood off, and that's crazy. Like, that's I can't fathom that. Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm not taking it off like the photo.
I'm gonna lie, I was the type of person who I'm usually late to places. Not really because I don't care about other people's time, but more of because I mismanage my time so badly. Like, I have this problem of thinking like I'm Superman in that I can get dressed, get ready, take a shower, and drive 20 minutes to my school. All in
exactly, minus the driving part. But like I do that. Like, I think it's the same way I treat schoolwork or homework, because I always hated homework. I would wait till till the deadline's a little tight. Then I decided to be like, let me try to see if I can fit all this. And then if I can't finish it, I just be like, I ain't finishing this. Let me just toss it. Like, I just give up. I just toss the hope out the window. Like, I every time, like, if I had homework due the next day, I would literally wait. I would wait till the morning the homework's due, and I try to fit it all in while I'm getting dressed. And then I'll try to get dressed in like the last 20-25 minutes. Like, I be thinking I could just like fit everything in one little window. Crazy.
Span of like 30 minutes. I don't know why. My school started at 7:45 every single morning, and whatever reason, I would always wake up at 7 a.m. And then I would do like a 5-minute daily morning scroll, and then after that, I would then try to get ready in like 5 to 10 minutes. I ain't gonna lie, I used to be going to school musty as shit sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even brush my teeth. I just threw some gum in my mouth and I just went to school. And then my school was like 20 minutes.
Okay, now let's be honest. We've all done something like that. In middle school, I was doing something like that. Like seventh grade and below, I was moving crazy. Like 7th grade, 6th grade, 1st grade, 4th grade. Like, I do everything else, but like some days I just run the toothpaste in my mouth and then just let it drizzle out of my mouth. Cause like I didn't want to go to school. Like I hated the action of getting up and getting ready to go to school. I always hated it. Even when I did the work, I hated it. So I'm just like, sometimes I'll be tired and I just hold the toothbrush in my mouth while I'm drooling. Like some days I got to brush my teeth. Others, okay, like, we not gonna sit here and pretend like we're all like some clean saint. Like, we're just like we take showers every day. We brush our teeth. Like, okay, well, I do that now, but like I'll talk about me at me like 12 years and under. Like, I was missing days. I was like ill. Like, ill. Yo, I was dirty. Oh my god, yo, I was dirty. Ew. I was actually dirty. I would literally come some days without brushing my teeth. That's crazy. Like, it's so crazy how I used to do that. Like 7th grade and back, I used to have some days where I would literally come without brushing my teeth. Like, that's actually crazy. Or I'll go like 4 days without taking a shower or a bath. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I can't even do it. I can't do that now. It's impossible. Like, it's literally impossible. The moment I smell myself, I'm like, all right, to the shower. And I brush my teeth every day. It's like, I can't, like, ugh. Ew, I don't know how I was doing that. Ew.
Way. So I would bust my ass to drive 20 minutes away. I would get at school like 5 minutes before they were supposed to be in class, and I would just run in the building and get into class.
Ew, like, when the people would be like, yeah, I take 2 showers every day. Do you? Like I feel like some people just cap. Like some people just lie to sound perform. Like that's performative. Like you just lie to make it sound like you like I hate it. I hate it. Like some people just lie to make themselves sound superior than the next person. Like like let's stop. Like stop. Let's stop. Stop. Like stop. You not getting no reward for this.
Before I got late, or before I was counting time. And I did this shit like every single day in high school. And if it didn't work, or if I knew I was going to be late, I would literally just go to Dunkin' Donuts, get like coffee, get some food, and I would park in like a parking lot near my school and just chill and watch videos, or like YouTube videos for like 30 minutes or like half an hour, and then just come late. Because if I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna be like very late. I don't care, bro. I remember my senior year though, I had this one first period teacher who just didn't care if you were late, and my school went on block schedule, so each class period was like an hour and a half, but we only had that
4
class
periods.
like 3 days a week. If you do block schedule, you know what I'm talking about. So every single time I had a class, I would just wake up like at 7:20. I would leave the house and go get some breakfast, whatever, stay in my car for like an hour, and then pop up into the school like nothing ever happened. I wouldn't get tardy. Shout out to her, bro. Shout out to her. That's my dog. Miss Stroud, my dog. Shouts out to you. And I still passed that class. I think that was I had my best grade in that class, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a smart kid. I just hated school. So, yeah. But anywho, that was my school mornings usually. Let's see what Skepta or school.
That's usually how it is, though. Like, it's not like I couldn't do the work. I just... School just always felt like it felt like what Shikamaru was saying, like a drag. Like it just like it's just do I have to do this? Like I gotta wake up, like we gotta wake up at 6 in the morning, 5, get ready and go to a building that half the people that don't even want to be there, and there's people that want to be there just to talk and have fun, not even work. And then it's just like, oh, like, what's the point? Like, what is it for? Like, we know at least 60% of these people are not going to college or plan to do anything anyway. So it's just like, why? 13 years of our life just, because you got to count pre-K. 13 years of our life just going, like, for what? Like, oh man, like, what is it for? Like, you get through it just like, damn, what did I do all that for though? Like, was it really worth it? Was it? Like, my school was just like people just making fun of people fighting, people getting jumped, people the usual gossip every morning, loud hot Cheetos, way too much energy at 8 in the morning. Like, I'm like, yo, I want to say the worst things is like those people that came to school and immediately got in a fight the moment they got the bus. Like, so you did all of that just to get sent right back home. Think about that. You wasted your time waking up, getting dressed, just to hop off the bus, get into a fight, and get sent right back home. Like, what's the point? Like they're the people that made the least sense to me. You came to school just to get sent home. Like, what's the thought process? I don't get it at all, man. I really don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. Or the ones that just came to go to sleep. Like, you come to school to go to sleep. You might as well just stay at home and went to sleep, man. Like, you try to be discreet about going to sleep during the day, or like,
mornings are like, I guess.
What is it?
Waking up for school in the morning is by far one
Like,
of
what
the
is it?
worst possible experiences to ever happen to the average humanoid. Nothing is worse than getting out of your bed during ungodly hours with Kevin Durant levels of crusty eyes, a numb hand, and a pulsing migraine from the thought of having to get ready to head to Algebra 2 with Mr. Garrison.
I'm not gonna lie, Yo, the numb hand is peak ball knowledge, bro. Especially if you're a person who you sleep like on your hand, because like even though I got good pillows, I don't know why I just like sleeping on my hand. It's weird.
I'm a back sleeper.
That's peak ball knowledge.
Hearing those multiple iPhone alarms send
I'm a
pulsating
back
sound
sleeper.
waves down my entire body gives me more PTSD than the Avengers witnessing Thanos pull up to Wakanda for the first time. But to really get an idea on just how terrible waking up for school mornings are, we first need to go through the multiple different stages of challenges you'll be facing from the moment you get out of bed all the way till the time your first class starts. Now, in my non-humble opinion, while waking up and getting out of bed is hard enough by itself, the actual gauntlet of suffering that comes as soon as you get out of your bed to start the day is so much worse. Waking up a couple minutes before your alarm is one of the worst moments of this entire experience, because for one, after it happens, I feel like nuking anything in a 10-meter radius. But for two, after you notice you're awake earlier than you expected, you instinctively press the snooze button and start to doze off again and do the mental math on how you can afford just 5 more minutes.
Bro, the worst part about that doing that wake up shit is that okay, if you're like me, you set like you make like multiple alarms to like wake up. So once that first alarm is like going off, me it was
Wait. Oh, I used to do that. Wait, I still do that. Like I have. The difference is it's just for work now. So the school, like, I have like an alarm. I got like an alarm that's like an hour within work time, 30 minutes within work time, 15 minutes within work time, 10, 5, and then I start getting ready. I still have like 30 minutes to get there. By the time I get to the last 5, so that's basically an hour and a half. Yeah, an hour and a half. Yeah, I need those alarms though, cause I'll get the first one. Sometimes I just might fall asleep. Get the next one, I might fall asleep again. I mean, there's times where like I turned off the alarm and then I slept past the next 3 alarms, and I ended up like 2 hours late. Those days I just don't go. So it's just like, hey man, I could take like some days I could take that hit. Some days I could take that hit. Only some. I don't be trying to like slack. Like I slack in almost everything I do, unless I really care about what it is. I'm slacking, and like I don't slack to the point where it's like, okay, I'm doing what, like I slack just enough. Like there's slacking, and then there's slacking just like I slack just enough, because it looks like I'm working while at the same time I'm just lounging around half the time. But like I'll be working though. Like my scan rate at Amazon be up. It'd be up. I be having at least 10 packages scanned, so I'm not suspicious. So when, like, hello, like, like I'm a great worker when I'm seen.
like at like 6:30, I think. At that point, you have 2 options. You either actually get up and start your day early and actually be on time for school, or you try to get 30 more minutes of sleep.
30 more minutes.
Guess what option I took? But once you go back to sleep, though, that's when the real battle begins, bro. Because I had like a 6:30 alarm, I had a 6:45 alarm, and then I had a 7 alarm. Most times, I would turn off the 6:45 alarm because I actually wanted the 30 more minutes of sleep. But hitting that second sleep makes it so much harder to wake up the next time. Bro, I don't know what it is, bro, but after you wake up and try to go to sleep again, it's just way harder to wake up that next time. And when you...
That's what leads to me what I just said. Like, some days I just end up... I hear the alarm, and I go back to sleep, and then I oversleep like an hour to 2 hours, and I'm just like, all right, gotta pack it up, because we'll just try it again tomorrow, because I'm not going after missing too much. It's too much time. There's no point in getting up,
You wake up, you just feel a lot drowsier, bro. So like, I was low-key cooking myself from the start. I should have just made 1 alarm at 7, woke up right then and there, and just got to business, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't know why I did that 6:30 shit.
The next time you open your eyes, it's 30 minutes before school starts, and now I have to speed run my entire routine.
Literally, what happened?
Immediately starts calculating how many minutes to spend on every single task. Anyone who also ends up in this situation already knows that the idea of a shower is completely unviable.
That's why you gotta take showers the night before, dog. Why are you going to sleep musty? That's the real shit. Why are you going to sleep musty? I know your bed sheets stink like crazy. And
I ain't gonna lie, I could not take a night shower. Like when I got to high school with that schedule I had, yo, like well, it started 8th grade. When that 8th grade up, I started taking night showers because if I was, I never took them in the morning. Actually, like what? If I was taking in the morning, I might as well have been late. So I just took them night. I'm taking night showers. Night showers, always night showers, always night showers.
Probably don't change them that often. Probably by a week.
You better start praying to God that you can wear your deodorant and cologne for the rest of the day without someone catching a whiff of your presence and disintegrating to atoms. But let's assume you managed to get out of...
Off topic, you know what's crazy? I didn't start wearing cologne until like, I want to say like 3-4 years ago. Like, cause I didn't know how to wear it. I was just like, my parents would buy me cologne and body sprays. I'm like, how do you even wear these? And I would just had them, like, bro, they would literally just be sitting on my dresser, like they'll just be sitting there, cause I never knew how to wear them. Now, no deodorant is crazy. No deodorant is crazy. Yeah, that's a good thing. I do not smell. Like I never smell, unless I just yeah, you know, hard day at work, you know. But then again, like you can't smell me unless I just strip naked. Like that's the only way you're gonna smell me. Like I don't smell.
Bed half awake and step out of your room. The next boss level you will have to deal with is the bathroom. As someone who has younger siblings, the amount of times I've gone to wash my face half awake and barely able to stand, and then come to find out that the bathroom light is both on and the door is locked, is utterly criminal. After a certain point, I train my body.
I love that I don't have siblings and I never had to deal with that shit. Because, oh my God, if I had to deal with that shit. Oh my God.
Yo. See, for me, I was the youngest sibling, so who else is going in after me? Like, I never had to deal with that one. I'm the youngest sibling by like 4 or 5 years, so last one in school, no, I don't have to deal with that. Don't have to deal with that at all. Usually when I'm late, it's just me.
Would have been, I would have got kicked out of school a lot of times. I would have been late.
To instinctively head to the downstairs bathroom and even move my toothbrush.
Yeah, if that was me, though, I would have been late almost every day. Like almost, yeah, just about almost every day. Yeah, I would have been late. My mom would have had fits, guys. Yeah, my mom would have fits if she had to drive me to school every day, man. She'd be like, boy, go on and get on that bus. Go on and get on that bus, boy.
Because there is absolutely no way that I was waiting 30 minutes to use the sink because someone decided to play with bath bubbles for too long. Even if I managed to get lucky and whoever was in there left early, as soon as I stepped inside, I'd find all the hot water gone, a lake on the ground, and the most insane combination of a post-toilet stench that I'd ever smelled. I'm
so glad I'm so glad I'm on with y'all, because hell no, you're not good.
You're able to get into the rhythm of things and get your...
Okay, see, I may be a culprit of that because I used to have puddles of water on the floor. Cause I get out the towels on the floor, but I'll hop out. Sometimes I'll just be in the shower and I'll just be moving around too much, and I had the curtain open. I'll just be moving around, just be swinging around. Especially like on my hair, where I just be doing this. I be doing all that, waving my hair back and forth. Like I just be, I was. Yeah, I used to get the floor pretty drenched. It was pretty, yeah. Interesting times, very interesting times.
Fit on. It was then time to actually head to prison. I mean school. Most people,
no, you said it right the first time,
usually went by bus or car, and then you had the minority that either walked or biked there instead. Something I want to briefly mention is the fact that once you're able to get your license/car at some point during your high school tenure, the amount of stress that you're able to put off of yourself is actually like life-saving. No,
I'm so glad I never had to ride the bus.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I had to ride the bus. That's why I was always missing the bus. Like I had times where I had times where I was almost missed, but I almost missed the bus a lot of times, and I missed the bus about 20 times. Like, it's just like, no, it's about 10, 15 times. It's like, oh my God, I hate being on time restraints for stuff I don't want to do. Like it's just like it just makes me want to be late to it. Like it's no motivation, nothing makes me want to move for it. I just move in slow motion, and then oh man, it's like asking me to go to the mall or the bowling alley or the arcade or something with you. Like you have to, like, if it's planned out, I'm just never gonna move for it. Like you gotta, like, somebody needs to push me. You gotta be like, come on, let's go. Like you guys, I'm just never gonna do it. Like it's school's the same way. I gotta have that push in my mind that just makes you go like, you can do this. Like all you have to do is just walk out the door, and everything else will work out. Like you make it out the door, and everything else will work out. That's usually how it was. Sometimes it didn't work out because, like I said, I missed the bus, but most of the time it did. Like it worked. I at least graduated. Like I did the minimum, the bare minimum. Like the bare minimum that everybody should have done. Like I at least did that. Like I at least did that.
School, because I went to like a private type of school, even though it wasn't like a nice private school. It was low-key a ghetto private school. I should tell a story about that now that I don't go there no more. And we didn't have the bus, so my parents had to drive me to school, which is low-key kind of worse, because now they're really trying to rush you out the door or at the whatever. At least you don't gotta be like outside ready for a bus though, and then if that bus leaves, then you're cooked. I will say. But driving yourself,
the worst days, I just skip.
School is peak.
No, skip. No, like the worst days for me is when it was cold and all I got on is one of these type of jackets, some skinny jeans. Yeah, I used to wear some skinny jeans, and some ankle socks. I got on, and just like I'm sitting there standing while the wind blowing at least 20 miles per hour while it's 40 degrees outside. And I'm sitting there just standing, like I'm standing there trying to pretend like I'm not shivering. Like, those are the worst mornings. Like, there's those mornings where I just woke up so unprepared, and I was rushing out, didn't have time to grab my coat or a sweater, or like sometimes where I wear like 2 jackets and a sweater, or 2 jackets and a long sleeve shirt and a t-shirt under that. Like, some mornings I was just unprepared, and I was just out there freezing. And then sometimes the bus would come late. Which is a miracle because, sometimes I was late. As I was late a fair amount of times. I was late. So the bus coming late was a blessing in disguise. But it was also a curse if it was cold, because I'm out there freezing.
Because you can literally do whatever the fuck you want.
Not depending on
a double-edged sword.
Anyone else to take you anywhere, especially school, is such a lifesaver, especially in these kinds of situations. I really want to put a major focus on the school bus, because while I personally stopped going on it after middle school, I did not forget the absolute misery that I endured on that vehicle of chaos and destruction. Whenever the bus came to my neighborhood to pick me up, as soon as I got on it, my number one objective would always be to find an empty seat and start catching up on all the sleep I missed. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any more sleep, because anytime I laid my head anywhere, I started taking tick damage and was just in pain until I got to school. Another reason sleep was impossible was because niggas in the back of the bus kept screaming at the top of their lungs at the worst jokes ever conceived. Yo, bro, guess what? What? Chicken dookie butt. An integral part of the school morning experience is the antics of the school bus driver. The amount of goofy and insane stories that occurred while I was still a bus kid bring back some not so pleasant memories. You have 2 types of bus drivers. The first one is chill as hell and even has conversations with the kids up front from time to time. You walk on the bus and he nods or smiles at you and just heads to school with minimal distractions. Someone could be having a Just Dance competition in the back of the bus, and as long as they don't personally bother the bus driver, they would get us to school safe and sound without them turning their head back even once. Now,
one thing about if you're still in school, bro, be nice to the school bus drivers, bro. They're severely underpaid and they have a really shitty job. So if you're making your lives even shittier, bro, come on. Don't do it to them.
On the other side of that coin, we have
my bus memories are crazy. I'm trying to I was trying to think of like that's all I wasn't saying that for like 2 minutes. I was trying to think of it, but like, oh, it's not coming to me, man. Like it's not coming to me. I'm gonna be so mad because I'm gonna think about it later. Like it's gonna pop in my head, just poop, and like, damn, it don't matter no more. It doesn't matter no more. Like I can't think of it.
The bus drivers that have more crash outs than Benson on a Wednesday afternoon.
What the heck, Rigby? What's the matter with you? Ah, Rigby! Ah!
Now, I get that some people can get very tired and fed up with being at work, especially when you have to deal with kids on a daily basis, but these bus drivers would always be doing the most, especially during morning pickups. While I've had multiple crash out bus drivers over the years, there was this one driver who was like anyone I'd ever seen. He was this middle-aged black guy with a receding hairline and was 5'1", so he was shorter than most of the kids in my group.
Oh, little man syndrome. Oh no. I know the kids is gonna bully this nigga. But oh my god, bro,
Great. Now, for the sake of the video,
come on, man. Like, it's already tough being the height of a middle schooler. So it's like, you know how it is, man. Like, I'm like the same height, maybe a few inches taller. So I know what it's like. But you know, being 5'3" is really not that bad. Like I know, like some people heard me exaggerate, but being 5'3" is really not that bad. I mean, you can barely reach the top shelf of the cabinet, because I have like slightly longer arms, so you could barely reach the top shelf of the cabinet. But it's like I don't like. At least you don't need a step stool. Like I'm tall. I'm still tall to be able to be a step. Like at least I'm not countertop level. I'm about a foot above the about a half a foot above the countertop. A foot, like 8 inches. Yeah, it could be worse, man. Like it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Like, oh, gas in it. It's not that bad, bro. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Let's call him Mr. Roberts. There was one time when we were all headed to school, and per usual, some kids in the back were doing some dumb shit and caused Mr. Roberts to constantly look back and tell them to stop, or they would get written up. Now, the kids in the back instantly called cap on this because they've heard that phrase way too many times and have still gotten away with stuff they did in the past, so they thought it was going to be no exception this time, and they just tried to call his bluff. I don't know if something happened earlier that morning to Mr. Roberts, stubbed his toe on the way out of the bathroom or something, but that man was not playing around because he fully stopped the bus on the side of the road, got up from his chair, and proceeded to cuss out the kids in the back for 5 minutes straight. I could have sworn he was about to pop a blood vessel at any second. You want to know what the worst part was? We were quite literally 1 minute away from the drop-off zone, and our bus was within walking distance of the front door. Keep in mind, we were already running late to begin with, and these Neanderthals in the back just decided to give us a tardy all for no reason. All y'all had to do was stay quiet for 4 effing seconds, and we would have had no issues at all. But they were like, nah, let's just keep acting like hyenas that just...
Nah, there was some bus drivers that tried to hold you on the bus, though. Oh my god, yo, that sucked though. Like, cause it's like the whole team always gotta go down for what 1 or 2 other people are doing. That's why it was so annoying. Like, man, like I just don't understand how people have so much energy in the morning. Like, where do you get it from? Where does it come from? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, how can you have, like I said, the hot Cheetos, like, be snacking on, like, how do you got all this, like, hot Cheetos, Mountain Dew energy drinks? I don't know, bro. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I literally don't get it.
Discovered food for the first time in 5 days. Finally, after all the tomfoolery that just occurred, we finally make it to school. So that means everything is peaceful and good now, right?
Absolutely not. But now you're late. Now you got to go to the office, get your tardy slip. Then you got to go to your class, and now you got to walk in. Everybody gonna be looking at you. The teacher gonna stop the lesson. They gonna look at you, be like, "Where the fuck were you at?" Then you got to explain yourself. Then you got to put the tardy right there. Then you got to go get your shit. And now you already behind.
There's no way out of this.
The morning tomfoolery experience reaches its climax the second you enter the school building. Something I haven't mentioned that makes the school morning experience even more torturous is when you have a test in your first class of the day.
Oh man, I had some grades take some hits because of those, man. Like I came late, missed the math test, quiz. Granted, I probably would have failed it anyways because I always fail quizzes and tests. But I would have failed it. I mean, I failed it by default because I wasn't there to do it. It is just like fat zero grade. My grade goes for like, it was a 90. It was actually a 90. The math class was the easiest class besides like algebra 2. I couldn't keep up with algebra 2, man. That class is too fast for me, but I'm gonna be honest, I can do algebra 2. But like, I had a 90 in there. Got a 0 on that test, and that it tanked all the way down to a 78. I'm like, my first A in math going just like that. My first A, like, it was my first A in math. Yeah, it was tough.
The amount of last-minute study sessions I had to cram before I went to take my test are incalculable. A fear I will never forget is when I was studying to take a test the next morning and accidentally overslept before my alarm could wake me up. I swear, I thought my life was over and I was about to get crucified by my parents the next day once they found out what my score was. Going back to the moment I pulled up to school, you would presume that walking directly to class would be super easy and nothing crazy or strange would happen now on the way.
No, you walk in and then it's just people staring at you, and I tend to always get the response that I look like, like I feel like I said this before, but I look like I don't want to be there, or I look confused, or I look high. I always get the same 3 responses every single time. It says, you like a weed smoker, you look confused, you look mad at the world, and I'm just here, so I'm just here so I won't get fined. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. Exactly. Something like that. I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm literally just here so I could graduate. That's literally it.
But the school hallway has its own set of problems compared to everything else I've talked about so far. We were all aware of the people who make it their mission to make walking to class impossible by moving at 0.1 speed. It's even worse when it's multiple people doing this because there's literally a wall of niggas that you have to try to dodge through just to get to your next class on time. Once I was able to get to class and actually sit down and breathe for the first time in 2 hours, I'd just sit around waiting for us to start or talk to my friends to pass the time. Now, a majority of the time, like I said, I was just waiting at my desk.
Yo, dude voice kind of sound like Morty from Rick and Morty. Yo, don't you kind of sound like Morty?
Because I had no energy to do anything else. And when that happened,
I'm just hearing Morty saying niggas. It just sound funny. Yeah, that's what it sound like. That's what he sound like, though. But that's what he sound like. Like, that's literally what he sounds like. Like, I just hear Morty. Like, I can't only hear Morty.
There would always be a loud ass group of girls in the back of the class talking about God knows what.
Hot Cheeto girls, I hate this shit. This is a middle school thing though. In high school, you don't got to deal with that. Nobody has the energy to be loud. Thing with me and
man, what?
Before class antics.
I ain't gonna lie to them. What I saw the most though, like after 10th grade, it was like, groupies, like those like, it's like that one dude that they try their hardest to be funny. Like, it's like a group of girls and guys, like we'll say like 2 girls and like 2 guys, and then him right there. Like him, like he's just trying his hardest to make them laugh, and I hate like I'm always in the vicinity of people's conversations. Like, I be sitting there to myself, be lost in thought, and then I just like overhear people. Like I don't know. It's like I always overhear people. So I'm just sitting there. Staring to myself. Staring at the ground, looking at the roof. Like, I try to stare at anybody. Don't want to cause any problems. And then, like, usually when you're just a spectator, you overhear everybody's conversations, like, whether you want to or not. So I'm just hearing dude to the side of me, like, trying his hardest to make girls laugh, saying some, like, it was so corny when he was like, it was like, everything that dude said was so corny. I'm just like, I'm surprised. Like, I'm not surprised they're not laughing. Like, because he's tries like it's some people try so hard to be funny. It's just like, stop. It's like, just be yourself. Like, I'm like, no way they just sitting there tolerating this. Nothing this dude said is funny. He laughing at his own jokes. Like, he's laughing by himself. Then I see him doing the fake laugh to pretend like they thought it was funny. Like, oh my god, it's embarrassing. I'm just a spectator though.
Experienced a lot of before class antics because I was always late or I was always just right on time. So, but for the but bro, I don't know about y'all. There's always, whenever you do end up coming in early, because I remember there was one time I was linking with this girl before school, so I would like get to school like at like 6 a.m. I told this story on the channel, by the way, but I would get there at 6 a.m. to go pick her up, and then we would go, you know, do whatever, and then I'll come back at like 7:20, and then I would actually be at school before anything else. Or whenever, like back early high school, my dad had to be somewhere because he used to drop me off. So whenever he had to be somewhere early, he just dropped me off early on some shit. You will always see the same 3 kids always there at the beginning, at like just they're just always sitting in class before everybody else is there.
Oh man. You know, I was one of those. Like, when I actually did come on time, I just go straight to class because I'm just not a conversationalist, bro. I'm not. So I just, like, the moment I hear that first bell, straight to class. I'm usually one of the first ones in there. It's pretty crazy. It's like, I don't even be trying to. I just walk off. I may stop somewhere, walk somewhere else, walk straight to class. I'm always one of the first 3 there. Like, I don't know how. I don't know how. Like, like I just be walking. It's like I move on cruise control. Like, I literally move on cruise control. Like, I just be moving. I just go with the flow. Yeah, something like that. I just go with the flow. Like, we just be moving. That's it.
And usually it's the nerds or the kids who don't talk to nobody. But like them be the future valedictorians though. I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. They really be studious in their academic study.
At 7:30 in the morning, everyone around me is either hungry or sleep deprived, and these people are over here trying their hardest to one-up each other in a yelling competition. Finally, after all the BS is over, the teacher is finally ready to start actually doing something, and the school day finally starts. Overall, school mornings are just a Hunger Games brawl of brutal challenges and obstacles you have to endure on a daily basis that never actually seem to get better. And while you can do things to improve this experience, like sleeping earlier and having things ready the night before, that still never directly leads to a perfect or even smooth experience either. You just have to train yourself to push through all the pain and anguish and make sure you actually survive to tell the tale.
I ain't gonna lie. School mornings is a interesting thing. Let me read some of these stories in the chat. How was I supposed to enjoy my youth as a kid when more than half of it was being tortured by classmates and teachers? Even before AI became a thing, the American school system desperately needs an overhaul. Best way to sum it up was that school is a wage slavery without pay. The homework counts as unpaid overtime. I genuinely believe school is a humiliation ritual. You can't prove me wrong. Let me read this one last one. Everyone is sleep deprived and pissed. How the fuck do they expect us to be functional? Why the hell?
What did I say? Wow, it's day instead of 8. Oh man. Damn, school was 8 hours, huh? It was one of the most pointless 8 hours ever. Like, to me it was. Still is. Yeah, man, you know, I just be winging it. Everything I do, I wing it. Is that bad that I wing everything I do?
Does the bus show up at the ass crack of the day before the sun even comes out? Let me tell y'all. Let me give y'all a brief lesson on why school is the way it is, bro. School was created to create workers in America. So if you look at the construct of how school is, go from 7 to 3, which is very parallel to a 9 to 5 work schedule. The reason why it's a little bit earlier than 9 to 5 is because your parents got to make sure you get ready so that you can go to school. But after you go to school or they drop you off, the parents didn't go to work. That's just how this shit is built. And you get home earlier before your parents get there. So hey, I don't know why they actually do that much. That's just a little bit confusing to me. But I guess it just kind of lines up because it's parallel to the 9-to-5 work schedule. School is meant to make you a worker, not a real free-thinking human being that's happy in life. No, you're supposed to. It's building you to be a slave. That's literally what it is. That's why they don't care that you're there to ask.
That's literally what it feels like. We're just waking up, getting ready to go to prison, and then we're released from prison just to go back to sleep. Just to go to sleep and wake up and redo the same thing we just did the previous day before. Then we have to do it. We have to do it for 13 years. Like I just 13 long years we have to do it. Literally 13 years. 13 years of your life just going straight to school. Crazy how that works, you know?
Crack it on. That's why they feed you pointless information that you don't really need. That's why that's why it's just bullshit. That's why it's depressing. It's why the schools are usually white and gray and they don't really challenge your creative thinking or your pineal gland or whatever that's called. Built to make you a slave, literally. It was the whole concept of school was built by or created by, I think is Cornelius, or it's a old world industrial world mogul who wanted more factory workers. He paid and financed the whole school system to begin with. So that's what it is. But yeah, that's really it. That's why school is like how it is. Anyways, let me know your
Ew. You know that's crazy. I even thought like this in like kindergarten. Like I'll wake it up, go to school. I didn't even talk to nobody then either. I was always a quiet person. And there's just this girl that just kept trying to interact with me, and I just wasn't having it. Until one day I just gave in. I'm like, you know what? I'll entertain this person. It's so crazy how I still remember that. Like I've really always been the same in school. Just quiet. I'm just quiet. I don't speak unless spoken to. I was just there. Like I was literally just there because I had to be there. Like that was it. If people spoke to me, but most of the time I was just quiet. But like it's just, I'm just like I said, I'm just there to be there. Like there, do the work. May do the homework, may not do the homework. And then, just to pass, move to the next grade, blah, 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 blah. The regular stuff. Ew, it felt like, why did it feel like that? Like, I just like, yo, where was the recess? It's like, yo, no, I even care for recess. It's like, where's the nap time that we had in pre-K and kindergarten? Like, I missed the nap times. Like, a 1 hour. How long was the nap? Like 30 minutes to an hour. Like that was so nice. It was nice. It was so short lived because it always went by so fast. But it was nice though. Like it was great. It was great. It brought a smile to my face. Being happy for nap time. Because I know we're one step closer to going home. That's how I always looked at it. I looked at it like this. If I make it to this point of the day, I can make through the rest. So pre-K to second grade, if I can make it to lunchtime, the rest of the day will be a breeze. Because it was a class before lunchtime in kindergarten that I hated. Same thing with second grade. If I could make it to lunchtime, the rest of the day would be smooth. Everything after that, it was just it was a little chaotic. Middle school was kind of the same way. High school, it's a mixed bag. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.